I am gonna try to dumb this down for you all because apparently a lot of you do not know the rules of boxing. Because if you did know the rules of boxing, you would know that this in fact is not one of the rules. This is not in the rule book itself. The knee that Gervonta Tank Davis took in the Lamont Roach fight was not a knockdown. This scenario is generally handled in the same way that you would a wardrobe malfunction. There is no specific rule in the unified rules of boxing that covers a fighter taking a knee due to a wardrobe malfunction. The ref must interpret the intent and circumstance. If the ref believes the fighter is injured or avoiding action, they may issue a count. If the ref sees it's clearly due to an equipment, loose glove, untied shoe, and in this case, oil in the face that could impair the vision of the fighter, they may pause the fight to fix it. No knockdown. Which, to be fair, nobody really questioned the truthfulness of Tank Davis because the reaction seemed genuine. When he took the knee, everybody was confused. In the end of the fight, in the ring interview, Tank Davis said something that I did not understand until I understood what had happened with that knee. And he said, I handicapped myself. And he did not end the sentence. And I didn't understand why, because I wanted to understand why he said why he handicapped himself. But I see now that he was probably gonna explain that he had this chemical on his face during the fight, and that's why he took the knee, and that chemical was bothering him all night long. But I think he understood also that if he began to explain that, it would look like he was making excuses, and nobody would really understand why. But it's not like we have not seen a fighter not fight because chemical has injured their eyes. Matter of fact, Amanda Serrano had to cancel one of her fights 1 or 2 days before the fight because she had a similar incident, almost identical incident, just that in her scenario, it happened while she was working out. Tank Davis fought through it. But maybe some of you guys have experienced this. I know I have. If you have played a sport outside and you had used sunblock on your face and then you begin sweating and the sunblock begins to fall in your eyes, it becomes like the most annoying thing and you begin to wipe it off and you only make it worse. The only difference is that first off, it's not as bad. The sunblock's actually made to go on your face. It wasn't a chemical that goes on your hair that you're supposed to wash up thoroughly. It's not that, but you're also just casually playing a sport outside. You don't have a champion fighter in front of you. I don't think that closing your eyes with a champion boxer in front of you is a good idea. So do I think taking the knee was the right decision? Absolutely. Do I think it should have been ruled as a knockdown? Hell no. And I know this is gonna ruffle a lot of feathers, but I think not ruling it as a knockdown preserves the integrity of the sport. Just imagine you explaining a knockdown to somebody why a round was 10-8 in the fight, and you have to explain, well, how was it a 10-8? Well, it was a 10-8 by chemicals in the eye. Would you feel that's fair? Would you feel like that tells the story of the fight? Is that preserving the integrity of boxing? I don't think so personally. That being said, controversy aside, it was an amazing fight. It was a really fun, action-packed fight with two highly skilled fighters. And from the looks of it, it appears that they will rematch later this year on August 16 in Las Vegas. Let me know down in the comments, who do you guys think will win this time, or will it end in a draw?